Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Cougars head coach told me he has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The run inside. It's Hughes. Turning it on. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. Runs through a man, and he might have space. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
Well, one thing you know about this guy is once he has the ball in his hands, he's very difficult to bring down to the ground. That time, really nice job breaking a tackle, getting north, picking up more yards. Defense, they need to gang tackle him because he is a problem.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it. 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. Dropping back, it's Henderson. He makes the grab. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again. So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
These second and goal. They're working that left side. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And he puts through the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Coleman. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They feed him again. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, when you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Joseph from the gun on third down. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
Here we go.
Hand off from the gun. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Joseph. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. The Badgers want to crank the tempo.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in a third down situation, knowing exactly where the first down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he had to get to keep his offense on the field.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. enough to move the chains.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wide receiver.
Western. Flat. Where did he go?
Throwing Joseph. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers. Extra point here will tie the game. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. On the draw, it's Hughes. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
Well, you got 3rd in California, not a lot of play calls for that, so they go with the safe run, and a nice job getting a lot of the yardage back. Obviously, you don't get the first down, you either do 2 things. One, you help out the punter here, or if you decide to go for it and you trust your quarterback in your passing game, let's find out what this coach wants to do.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up the first down. Still running at the 40. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They'll give it to him again. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff to the lone back. And he's in! Touchdown, Badgers!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Hughes. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it good.
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their second timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. He'll field the punt. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Hines is back in the middle. They get him on the ground. Late in the half, they have the first down at the 41. And the Badgers want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Joseph on the play action. Swings it out to the flat. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Badgers now use their third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
Freeze!
Again, it's Joseph. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Oh, he wants it all. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Joseph. Pressure coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the run, it's Hughes. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with the away team, taking on the number 4 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Hokies, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course, so how they handle things from here will define this program.
The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
The give out of the gun. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. The Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to change this route. From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. Throwing right. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on 3rd, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
Catch is made at the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to...
Flying out to the left. The 40. The 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cougars. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Throwing Joseph. Oh, they're after him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well give it to him again. Could be an outing. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
And the Badgers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Keep it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
From the shotgun, the inside give. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The run inside. It's Hughes. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Henderson. Under fire. On the move and looking. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. Finding some room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. With the catch, it's Hughes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Got his man. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. That they keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on third down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Caught behind the line. It's Walker. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Fires into the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. So the defense sets them up with an interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grab behind the line. It's Coleman. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. Joseph. Finds the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop it from getting the first down. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They boot it away on 4th down. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. We knew this crowd would make its presence felt, and they are doing so in a big spot. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. He's got his man.
I think sometimes offensively, you've got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You've got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary, and you've got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. He'll try to get it through the air. Back open in the middle. At the 35, he's open. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late.
Come on, defense. You got to do a better job tackling in the middle of the field. You've got the lead. You know they're going to try to get out of bounds and save clock. You just got to tackle that guy. Someone's got to be able to bring him down, but they couldn't get it done.
Here's a heat, and he never had a chance.
Late in the game, 4th quarter, who's going to step up? Just a few seconds ago, it was the offense coming up with a big play offensively, but how about the defense answering with a sack of their own?
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Cougars are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Henderson. Gets it out quickly. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ballgame.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Throwing Joseph. Makes the grab on the left. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Might be changing the route. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's going to run it. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Joseph. Got the back over the middle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Back to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Joseph from the gun on third down. The running back gets his hands on it, but he's not. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Trying to keep the drive alive. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.